From being hated by millions to making an incredible comeback and earning back everyone's respect, these are Roblox YouTubers who redeemed themselves. Starting with a YouTuber whose redemption arc inspired an entire generation, Flamingo. Flamingo, also known as Albert, is one of the biggest and most influential Roblox YouTubers on the platform, with 14 million subscribers and over 12 billion views. However, what many don't know is that Flamingo was once the most hated YouTubers on the internet. Before Flamingo launched the channel we know and love today, he ran a channel called Albert Stuff, where he built his reputation on trolling, dark humor, and heavy swearing. His loud, chaotic energy made him stand out. While some fans found it funny, many hated him for it. For a while, it seemed like Albert would never be seen as more than a controversial troll. However, in 2017, Albert's career hit a major roadblock where YouTube introduced what many call the adpocalypse, where YouTube began removing ads from any video containing swearing or edgy content, which meant YouTubers like Albert could no longer make money from their type of videos. As a result, Albert was left with two choices: keep making the same content and lose his income, or completely change himself. Albert made the shocking decision to change himself and ditch Albert Stuff to launch a brand new channel called Flamingo. This time he dropped all the profanity and edgy jokes, instead making fun, safe content for a younger audience, while keeping his loud, energetic personality that made him popular in the first place. This gamble paid off massively, as Flamingo hit 1 million subscribers in less than a year of starting. It finally seemed like Albert had completely left the controversy behind, but in 2020 things took a dark turn when his old Albert Stuff clips resurfaced online. Suddenly, people began accusing him of being offensive and problematic all over again, which could have easily ended his career. But instead of making excuses or staying silent, Albert took full accountability for his past behavior and apologized directly. He even deleted all his edgy videos on Albert Stuff. Many fans respected the honesty, with one fan stating, "It's crazy how Albert went from one of the most hated internet trolls to one of the most wholesome and loved Roblox YouTubers." From that point forward, Flamingo became one of the most respected YouTubers on the entire platform. He stayed out of drama, used his massive following to raise money for charity, and became someone both kids and parents could trust. Over time, Flamingo had successfully redeemed himself. But while Flamingo's redemption made him uncancelable, the same cannot be said about the next Roblox YouTuber, who lost everything in a single moment. Coral Horl was once a beloved family-friendly Roblox YouTuber and a core member of the Pals, which was one of the biggest YouTube groups in Roblox history. Together, they pulled millions of views through light-hearted skits and roleplays. Coral stood out for his genuine kindness towards fans, and for a while, he was seen as the most wholesome creators in the group. But in early 2019, that reputation was shattered overnight when Coral posted a tweet during a YouTube controversy over child exploitation, where he stated, "Saving children is less than making ad money." Many saw this tweet as extremely disrespectful, which caused a massive outrage in the community. Moments later, Coral caused even more drama by posting another tweet saying, "Man, you can really tell most YouTubers never got a higher education." Fans began calling Coral arrogant, flooding his replies with criticism. Among them was a fan named Tiffany who wrote, "This is why I left the Pals fandom. Too much shade." And now one of the Pals member is making unnecessary drama over YouTube ads. Instead of de-escalating the situation, Coral fired back at Tiffany stating, "You probably should have left the Pals fandom because you're 17 years old, consuming content made for 6 to 12-year-olds. In response, Tiffany revealed that she had spent over $100 on a senior jersey just to have Pals written on the back. Showing how much the group meant to her, Coral replied to this with one word: cringe. That single word ended his entire career. Fans turned on him instantly, calling him ungrateful and disrespectful towards his own supporters. Within days, the backlash exploded, with thousands demanding he be removed from the Pals. Days later, Dennis, another member of the Pals, announced that Coral had been officially kicked from the group.
It's true. Going forwards, Coral will no longer be a part of the Pals.
After being kicked out, Coral had completely vanished from the internet. No uploads, no tweets, just silence. For years, Coral was remembered as a YouTuber who lost everything over a single word. Until September 2024, after 6 long years offline, Coral finally broke his silence with a heartfelt apology that changed everything. he posted a photo of himself alongside a message reflecting on his past, thanking his fans for helping him live his childhood dream as a YouTuber, and admitting that he hadn't always treated people with kindness. He then took full accountability, saying, "I misused my position and was rude to someone. I was really rude to Tiff and I should have been so much kinder. As I get older, most of my regrets come from not being kind enough. I'm sorry to anyone I was rude to. Kindness is one of my primary considerations in life now." He then closed with a message of peace, saying, "I have so much love for you all. Thank you." Fans were left speechless. Those who once hated him now welcomed him back with open arms and messages of forgiveness and support, with one fan even saying, "It's honestly crazy that Coral got cancelled over just saying cringe, when YouTubers today do way worse and still have massive followings." After years of wondering if he'd ever come back, Coral made his return to make things right, and in doing so, he earned his redemption as living proof that the internet can forgive when the apology is truly genuine. But despite Coral finally finding peace through honesty, the next YouTuber had to do something far bigger to earn her redemption. Cute Single is the most subscribed Roblox YouTuber, with over 15.8 million subscribers, even surpassing legends like Flamingo and Creekcraft. But despite her massive audience, she was once known as the most hated Roblox YouTubers the platform had ever seen. Every video she posted sparked severe backlash, as her content was loud and exaggerated, which many found unbearably cringe. At first, people thought it was harmless, until she started using emotional bait to gain likes and views. In one video, she claimed that her cat was dying, and begged fans to like for one prayer, but it didn't take long for viewers to discover that the photo wasn't even her cat. Instead, it was an image taken straight from Google. However, things were about to get much worse, as Cute Single began promoting a gambling website directly to her audience, who were made up almost entirely of children, and encouraged them to gamble in Roblox for prizes, which is completely illegal for kids. Eventually, all her actions caught up on her, because out of nowhere, her channel was completely terminated off YouTube. For a moment, it seemed like she had just lost everything, but just a few days later, her channel was reinstated, and surprisingly, that turning point marked the start of her redemption arc, as it forced her to look back at the damage she had done. This led to her completely turning things around by deleting almost every controversial video, rebranding her entire channel, and surprising everyone by releasing a full apology video. During that video, she opened up about how deeply the hate had affected her, admitting she had felt so guilty about what she had done that she couldn't even eat. From that point on, she built a whole new image for herself by focusing on showing her real personality, using her face in videos, and moving away from rage bait and controversy altogether. Her comment sections now became filled with positivity, and the same people who once mocked her were now praising her for redeeming herself. As one fan put it, "I love Cute Single. She turned things around and became a much better person." Although Cute Single went through one of the biggest redemption arc in Roblox history, the next YouTuber's redemption came after they had been arrested. And that YouTuber was none other than Parlo. Parlo is a Roblox YouTuber with over 630,000 subscribers, who is widely known today for his commentary and drama expose videos. But none of that would matter after the day his entire channel was terminated. But before everything collapsed, serious allegations surfaced, claiming that Parlo had allegedly interacted inappropriately with someone underage online. This accusation had sparked one of the biggest scandals in the Roblox community, with online groups spreading fake screenshots and a twisted narrative that painted Parlo as a villain. Many people believed these claims, even though the evidence was never fully confirmed. By this point, everything Parlo had built was crumbling before his eyes, and as if things couldn't get worse, Parlo announced that he had been arrested by the UK police, which quickly turned internet drama into a real-world nightmare. In the weeks that followed, Parlo vanished from the internet and went completely radio silent. Meanwhile, the internet continued to tear him apart, portraying him as some type of criminal, which led many to believe his career was finished. However, in October 2025, Parlo finally broke his silence. This is where his redemption arc began. Parlo returned with a 17-minute video titled The Truth, proving he had been catfished by someone who claimed to be almost 18 but was actually 12. He explained that they had lied about their age from the very beginning. Parlo also acknowledged his mistakes, admitting that he should have been more careful and verified their age properly. As more evidence came to light, fans stood by him, leaving supportive comments such as, "You were genuinely a good person, Parlo. I hope you get better soon." And another fan stating, "Parlo, I'm very sorry for everything that has happened to you. I hope your life gets better and that people will see what is right and wrong." But just when everyone thought Parlo had finally redeemed himself, everything collapsed again when Parlo released a massive Google document about a private meetup with another YouTuber. The document revealed personal details many felt should have never been made public. Around the same time, Parlo had launched a GoFundMe for rent and food, but screenshots showed that he had used the money to buy technology and a ticket to London for the meetup. After heavy backlash, Parlo updated the fundraiser and offered refunds, but by then many people said it was too late. Many fans felt betrayed. Overnight, Parlo went from being redeemed to hated all over again. The community quickly turned on him again, with one viewer saying, "I'm done with Parlo at this point. I thought he was good, but nope. He betrayed us." Another comment summed it up perfectly, saying, "You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain." And then came the final nail in the coffin, when one of Parlo's own team members, who had access to his channel, got his entire channel terminated off the platform, which had ended everything Parlo had built on YouTube. But while Parlo had shattered his own chance for redemption, the next YouTuber was known as the most toxic creators on the platform. My username's This was one of the biggest jailbreak YouTubers on Roblox, known for his gameplay tips and intense rivalries against YouTubers like Recraft. He quickly became a major figure in the community, pulling in millions of views on every video. But as his channel grew, so did his ego, as the fame started changing him, and the community was about to see a side of him they had never expected. It started with the infamous L spam trend, which was one of the most toxic moments in jailbreak history. Every time my username's This arrested someone in-game, he'd spam L in chat to mock them, but it quickly sparked huge waves of toxicity across the entire community. Players started copying him, and suddenly, Jailbreak became known for having one of the most toxic play bases on Roblox. But that was just the beginning. Everything came crashing down when multiple Roblox creators came forward, accusing my username's This of underpaying people who worked on his music videos, especially his viral hit called Better Together. This video racked up millions of views and earned him thousands of dollars, but user refused to properly pay the animators and producers who actually created it. Even Flamingo stepped in and publicly offered to pay one of the animators himself if my username's This refused to. Overnight, my username's This went from being a community icon to one of the most hated YouTubers on Roblox. However, in 2022, he finally addressed everything. He explained that he had completely burnt out from making content since late 2021, and this exhaustion had influenced many of his poor decisions. He admitted that he wanted to fix his past mistakes. He even apologized for the L spam trend, posting a video titled "Ending the L spam trend," where he told his fans to stop doing it altogether, as it had started getting out of control. Many fans thanked him for finally putting an end to it. He then reflected on his years in the Roblox community with genuine gratitude, thanking everyone he'd met along the way, while also admitting the damage he had caused. Many people could recognize that he had finally changed, and saw genuine growth in a man who had once been blinded by ego. In his final message, he wrote, "I don't really expect people to forgive me, but I will still attempt to correct these errors since mistakes are inevitable. It's how you react to them that defines who you are. If this is the last thing I post, thank you for the memories, Roblox and the community, and stay unique." And for once, he actually meant it. He paid the producers behind Better Together. It was a rare moment of honesty that no one expected from him. Since then, my username's This has stayed out of controversy completely. 3 years later, in 2025, he's living a completely different life, away from the spotlight. And while his story stands as proof that even the most hated creators can find redemption, not everyone gets a second chance. Some even fall too far to ever recover. So if you want to see the Roblox YouTubers who lost everything and never made it back, watch this video on Roblox YouTubers who betrayed their fans. Watch it now.